Only 5% of seniors can do these after 70. Most people fail at senior wellness. Can you stand up from the floor without using your hands? It might sound like a strange question, even a simple one, but this single movement says more about your body than any blood test or scan. Because only 5% of seniors over 70 can still do it. And if you're not one of them, your health may already be slipping, quietly, slowly, without you even noticing. This action isn't just about strength, it's a full body coordination test. Your legs, hips, core, balance system, nervous system, all have to work together. Research shows that people who can't rise from the floor without support are 5-6 times more likely to die in the next 6 years than those who can. Why? Because this task reflects functional strength, joint mobility, and neurological integrity. When you lose the ability to do it, you're losing independence, and you may not know it until it's too late. But here's the hope. You can train this at any age. Start slowly. Use support. Practice. It's not about performance, it's about progress. Because getting up from the floor isn't just a movement, it's a message. I'm still here, and I still can. The 30-minute walk, the most underrated medicine in senior wellness. Most people don't think of walking as medicine, but after 70, it might be the most powerful prescription you have. If you can walk briskly for 30 minutes without stopping, you're not just staying mobile, you're protecting your brain, your heart, your balance, your independence. Walking strengthens the entire cardiovascular system, improves blood flow to the brain, sharpens thinking, and boosts mood. But the opposite is also true. When you stop walking, you start shrinking, physically, mentally, emotionally. First, it's slower steps, then shorter distances, then avoiding stairs. Then one day walking even across the house feels like a chore. This slow decline leads to weakness, isolation, and falls. But walking can reverse it if you start now. Even 5 minutes a day makes a difference. Add 2 minutes every week. Walk after meals. Walk with a friend. Walk with purpose. Because walking isn't just movement, it's momentum. And momentum is what keeps senior wellness alive. The 20-pound lift, strength is not optional in senior wellness lifting. 20 pounds might not sound impressive. It's just a bag of groceries, a small suitcase, a grandchild. But after 70, the ability to lift 20 pounds becomes a quiet line between independence and dependence. You see, strength isn't just for athletes, it's for everyone who wants to stay upright, mobile, and free. And yet most people don't even realize they're losing it until it's gone. After 60, we naturally lose muscle every year if we don't actively work to keep it. That muscle isn't just for movement. It's what keeps your joints stable, your spine protected, your metabolism functioning, and your energy levels from collapsing. When you can't lift 20 pounds, it affects far more than chores. It affects your balance. It affects your ability to recover from a stumble. It affects whether you can get up from a chair without using momentum, and in many cases, it determines whether you can stay in your own home. Strength loss in older adults isn't dramatic at first. It's subtle. First, you stop carrying your own laundry. Then your arms feel tired opening jars. Then a bag of pet food feels too heavy. Then one day, you fall and can't get back up. But here's the best part. Strength is rebuildable at any age. Muscle responds to resistance. Whether you're 18 or 80, your body is still capable of adaptation. You don't need weights or machines. Start with water bottles, cans, your own body weight. The key is consistency, not intensity. Train slowly, safely, intentionally. Because lifting 20 pounds isn't about the weight, it's about what it represents. Control over your body, freedom to live independently, confidence to move without fear, and the ability to contribute, carry, and care, not just be cared for. There's also a psychological shift that happens when strength returns. You stop seeing yourself as fragile, you start seeing yourself as capable. And that shift, that change in identity, is one of the most powerful drivers of lasting senior wellness. So no, this isn't just about muscle. It's about movement, momentum, and meaning. You don't have to lift a barbell. You just have to lift your life, one day, one effort at a time. 10 seconds of balance. What it really reveals about senior wellness. Standing on one foot for 10 seconds sounds easy until you try it. No walking, no weights, just you, your balance, and gravity. This simple test may seem laughable, but research now shows it's one of the most powerful indicators of neurological and physical health in older adults. In fact, people over 70 who cannot balance on one foot for 10 seconds have been shown to have nearly double the risk of dying in the next decade. Why? Because balance isn't just about muscles, it's about communication between your brain, your inner ear, your eyes, your feet, and your entire nervous system. When balance begins to decline, it's often a sign of deeper issues: early stage cognitive decline, weak reflexes, degraded proprioception, your sense of where your body is in space, loss of lower body strength, and most dangerously, it's the first step toward falls. Falls are the leading cause of injury-related death in older adults. They're not accidents. They're the result of slowly declining balance that no one noticed until it was too late. The good news? Balance is trainable. Just like strength, balance is a skill, and like any skill, it can be rebuilt with patience, consistency, and care. Start simple. Stand on one foot while brushing your teeth. Hold onto a chair, then let go for 5 seconds. Strengthen your feet, ankles, and core. Practice slow, controlled movements. Tai Chi and yoga are excellent tools. Balance training isn't about looking graceful. It's about retraining your nervous system to respond faster and smarter. Every time you wobble and catch yourself, you're growing stronger. But there's a deeper meaning to balance. Balance isn't just physical. It's emotional. It's symbolic. At this stage of life, you're not just managing your body. You're managing change, loss, transition, uncertainty. To stand calmly on one foot, even for 10 seconds, is to claim your center in a world that keeps shifting. It's a reminder that even as things move around you, you still have control within you. So don't dismiss this test. Embrace it, train it, trust it. Let it be a daily reminder that your body still listens if you take time to speak its language. Purpose, the daily habit that keeps senior wellness alive. You've stood from the floor. You've walked 30 minutes. You've lifted 20 pounds. You've balanced for 10 seconds. But here's the question that matters more than all of them combined. Why are you still getting up in the morning? Because after 70, it's no longer just about what your body can do. It's about why it does it. We talk a lot about mobility, strength, and balance, but there's one habit, one force that powers all the rest: purpose. Purpose is the real engine of senior wellness. Having a reason to wake up each day is more than a feel-good idea. It directly improves heart health, immune function, sleep quality, emotional stability, cognitive resilience. In fact, research shows that seniors with a clear sense of purpose live longer, recover faster from illness, and are more likely to engage in movement, social connection, and self-care. Purpose isn't a luxury, it's a life support system. And the most powerful part? You don't need to change the world. You just need a reason that feels real to you. What purpose looks like after 70? Purpose doesn't have to be dramatic. It could be helping a neighbor, tending to a garden, reading to a grandchild, sharing stories or wisdom, volunteering once a week, waking up to see the sunrise, because you still can. It's not about productivity, it's about meaning, something outside of comfort, outside of routine, something that says, I still matter. Because when purpose is gone, the body slows down, motivation fades, isolation creeps in, and even the strongest muscles can't move you forward. The most powerful choice you still have purpose is not something you find. It's something you choose. You wake up and decide, this day means something. I still have something to give. I am not done yet. That decision reshapes your brain. It strengthens your will. It fuels your body with energy no vitamin could ever provide. And when you combine purpose with strength, movement, balance, and breath, you don't just age well, you live well. Final words. Only 5% of seniors over 70 can still do these 5 things. But that number doesn't have to stay small. You can train, you can move, you can lift, you can balance, and most importantly, you can wake up with purpose every single day. Senior wellness isn't about luck. It's about awareness, intention, and small, consistent choices. So take what you've learned from these 5 chapters and turn them into practice. Because your future is not written yet. You are.